What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a new video. And this is another one that I'm very excited to make. I had a few litters of rattlesnakes born here over the last couple of weeks. This time of year is when baby rattlesnakes are being born. I'm very excited to show you guys the results of 4 amazing litters. 2 that were not quite as great as I would have hoped, but 2 that knocked it out of the park. Some of my favorite species, and 2 of which I just produced for the first time personally. So I'm excited to show all that to you. And without further ado, let's get to the video. All right, so here is the first litter. Not much of a litter, but still very cool nonetheless. These are Tarahumara Banded Rock Rattlesnakes, also known as Chihuahuan Banded Rock Rattlesnakes. You can see one very big nonetheless baby from this female. Some really cool bold dorsal markings, and mom being quite defensive. This is one of the coolest parts about breeding these rattlesnakes is some of the parental behaviors that you can see from both the males and the females, but particularly the moms will be very defensive of their babies. Oftentimes the babies will be around the parents, especially before they have their first shed. This guy didn't have the best shed, but very shortly here I will remove the animal, put it in its own separate habitat to start getting it fed up and ready to go. My first time producing this locality, which is very cool for me, and a very beautiful baby at that. All right, and a quick clip here. This is Dad. He's in with another female for breeding right now, but another very beautiful example of the species. The lighting kind of washes them out a little bit, but they have those really cool pink hues on the side, almost some mint green coloration up on top. Can't see it too well here, but also their pattern is super unique. Even their head structure is different than a lot of the other rock rattlesnakes. Very cool, very unique snakes, and one I'm very glad I was able to get a little litter from. All right, so here is litter number 2, which is unfortunately another one baby litter, but this baby right here is just, absolutely spectacular. Very dark, very cool pattern. And here's mom. This is her second year in a row giving me a litter, so that means I'll probably give her this following year off before breeding her again. But these are San Luis Potosi Rock Rattlesnakes, and this locality in particular is very much known for being really good breeders back-to-back years. A lot of times these rattlesnakes will breed 1 year on, 1 year off, considering that basically their breeding season and baby season is the exact same time. So they will breed in like the mid to late summer, and then they will have their litter the following year around the same time. Last year she locked up only about a week or so after she dropped her litter. So I'm definitely going to give her a little bit of a rest period. Both of these litters that had just the one baby also came with a handful of slugs as well. I do worry that last year I didn't quite get the temperatures low enough in here over the winter. It was kind of a strange winter, so it was hard to get it exactly to where I wanted, and I think unfortunately some of these results speak to that. But as anything, it's always a good lesson to learn, and something I can apply to the future with these animals. Definitely not the easiest in the world, but definitely very worth it with how incredible they are. All right, and here's Dad. He is a very, very big snake for this type. Definitely a beast of an animal, and very cool as well. Some interesting dorsal pattern, kind of some of them that are connecting, and then some that are pretty sparse for a while. One of the coolest things about this locality, one of the reasons that they're some of my favorites, is just how variable they are. As I've shown you guys in some previous videos, this type is known for having just an absolutely huge range of potential colors, unlimited amount of pattern potential. And then even in the offspring, sometimes they will look like neither parent at all. They'll kind of be either an amalgamation of both or something that's totally off the wall that you didn't expect whatsoever. And they'll also continue to change very dramatically for the first couple years of life, but even further. So that's one of the things that makes these snakes as fun as they are, and why they're some of my favorites. All right, so in this cage is litter number 3. And this is a good litter. 4 babies, no slugs. There's another guy back there who has already had his first shed. This was a collab pairing I did with my friend Kyle Vargas, Collab King on Instagram, where I had this female over at his place. He bred her with one of his males. And they had a nice litter of 4 babies that are really, really cool looking. Fortunately, they're really deep in shed right now. The 3 that are right there, like I said, the one that is in the back of the cage right there did have its first shed, but lots of different patterns going on with these babies. Some look kind of like the parents, like I was saying with the last one. Some look nothing like them at all. But all of them are really spectacular. Got 2 males and 2 females, so can't ask for much better than that. And, after having those 2 litters that were kind of a disappointment with only 1 baby in each, it was very nice to see a good, perfect, healthy litter here. All right, last and most certainly not least is this litter right here. It's my adult pair of Durango Rock Rattlesnakes, or Crotalus lepidus maculosus. And this is a perfect litter right here. Couldn't have asked for anything more. 7 babies, no slugs or stillborns, and the babies are all absolutely incredible. As you can see right there, they're already starting to shed out, and I'll be separating these guys out in a few days. So this is another example right here of just how cool some of the family dynamics that exist within these rattlesnakes are. Before I opened the cage and started messing with them, this guy was back there with the rest of his little family. So it's always really cool to see that. It's cool to see some of the variety in the babies as well, some more bold pattern, some of that really nice speckling. This species is sexually dimorphic. This is the male right here, and the female is sitting with the babies. So there's some color differences, pattern differences. Almost 100% of the time, this is accurately sexually dimorphic within this species. So it'd be cool to see how that develops in the babies after a couple of sheds. But like I said, perfect litter here. Very nice bounce back after the first 2 kind of subpar litters to have a good small litter with those San Luis Potosis, and now this good large litter here with the Durango Rock Rattlesnakes. All right, everybody, thank you for checking out that video. If you liked it, please subscribe here on the YouTube channel. I drop a new video every single Friday. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Instagram at Scrub Shepherd, Stephen Cush on Facebook, and Cush Reptile on Morph Market. I also host a podcast every Wednesday night called Cush's Corner on the Trap Talk Reptile Network, and that is at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, thank you guys for checking out the video, and I'll catch you all back here next week for a new one.